Hello everyone, welcome back from a long break to our gearing up for Beyond Light for new lights. A note, a little thing that happened here in the last week. Bungie extended the release date for Beyond Light from September to November. If you haven't heard about that yet, here's your notice. They did extend it a couple months. What that means is you have a little bit more time to grind out some of those items you've been trying to get a hold of. In addition to that, they're going to be adding in a little bit more content near the tail end of the season. So in October, we're going to be seeing Festival of the Lost, which is the Halloween event. And we might even see a few things extra added in there, little surprises they kind of hinted at. So not a bad thing. Better for the game to be a little more fleshed out and not rushed. So I'm pretty happy that they did that. But we're going to jump in here and move forward for something that we haven't touched on yet because I don't have enough materials to really deal with the guy, but we're gonna go and take a look so you guys have an idea. So if you have the materials, you can go say hi to him. So we're gonna log in here. In addition, if we haven't covered this yet, behind my screen here you see a little welcome to Destiny 2. Press enter if you're on PC, that little pop-up there. To get rid of that and have it show up as like a little icon, just hit L. That'll get rid of it. So if you ever see a message, it'll pop up a little tab behind where my head is right now on your screen. You'll see a little tab there instead of always having the text constantly pop up. So you'll get a notification. I hate seeing the text all the time, so I usually have that tabbed out. So we are going to talk about Xur. Xur is the exotic vendor for Destiny. He shows up on the weekend from Friday at reset, and he leaves wherever he is. Could be in a few different locations around the map. He will leave on Tuesday at reset. So you have the entire weekend from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to go see Xur before he leaves at the daily reset. Why you want to see Xur? Xur is the vendor of exotics. So we haven't really dealt with much exotics in the game yet, except for our Risk Runner, which we got on our last episode. So the exotics are really powerful. Exotic gear as well. We don't have any yet. So Xur is something interesting to us, but he does deal with legendary shards. So this week, Xur is actually in the tower. So we're going to head down there and see him. He doesn't show up on your map. Keep this in mind. If you need to know where he is, you can always Google it, or you can look at the common locations, the barge on Nessus, which we went to a few episodes ago. He only spawns up here in the tower when he's here, but you can also go to whereisxur.com and it'll tell you exactly where he is at reset. So this is Xur right here. Let's see if we can get a good shot of old Xuri boy. There he is. He's looking pretty sexy today. Let's see what he's got. So what he offers here is a selection of exotics that we can pick up for legendary shards. So you see, I'm kind of short on shards. I'm a little shard poor at the moment. But I can pick all these up if I wanted to, depending on the character. The exotic engram up here gives you a random exotic from the loot pool you currently don't have. Now, it says it contains a piece of armor, but it also contains weapons. The nice thing about this engram is if you have all of the random world exotic weapons, you are guaranteed an armor piece for whatever class you pick it up on. So if I pick it up on my warlock, I'm guaranteed, if I have all the weapons, a piece of warlock armor. If I don't, I might get a weapon. I might get a piece of armor. So that is something cool. The nice thing is too, is that if you don't have a piece, let's say you're missing one exotic piece and you don't, it's not like a quest item, you're virtually guaranteed to get it if it's the remaining one, like a weapon or a piece of armor. So this is a way to whittle down your exotic loot pool in order to get more things as drops come along. Random world drops still give you something random. It can give you the exact same piece you got your previous engram. They don't care. But this engram is geared towards you'll always get something you don't have until you have all the weapons and the armor, and then it just keeps spitting out armor. So this is a really good item if you want to pick it up every week. They do drop random rolled, like this armor here. This is all fairly decent. I mean, the rolls are okay. I would say maybe not this because of the strength, but that's me. If we had enough shards, which we might, by the time I get a few things done here in the next couple episodes, we might come back and maybe pick up the Vesper of Radius, even though it's not the most useful exotic. It's still something to give us a little bit more utility to our class. So we might come pick that up. Or maybe we pick up Skyburners for the fun of it, but we'll see. So Xur normally offers one weapon and then one exotic per class. And these are, like I said, random rolled. You can come here and pick them up for 23 shards, 29 shards for the weapon, and then it's 97 shards for the exotic engrams. So your choice. If you have enough, buy them all if you want to. This also whittles down the loot pool for your other classes as well, so that's kind of nice. This consumable here, 5 of Swords, this allows us to modify the regular Nightfall playlist where we were doing our bounty grinding. This allows us to whittle that down a little bit to different versions as we go. This Invitations of the Nine, it requires Forsaken, so good thing I don't have to pick it up. This is a little quest line that Xur was offering when the 9 were around, and it allows you to get some more drops throughout the week. So if you have it and you want to do it, have fun. It's an interesting quest line, and there's lots of cool lore within the middle of it, so keep that in mind. But Xur here, lots of goodies, tons of different stuff that he's offers for us, so this is somewhere you want to come check out every single week, especially if you're missing exotics. Now, I'm curious if we can make some space to get us an item right now. Just really quickly here. Even though this is 777, this is actually really cool. I don't know if I want to get rid of it. Sorry, Bungie. Let's see here. High strength, we're going to get rid of that. 810, this is going to be sunset to a certain point, so we're going to get rid of that as well. We have enough now. We might buy the chess piece. Because I want to keep all of these. I don't want to get rid of any of that. We have an Umbra we can hand in. We're actually going to use this for another episode here in the next couple extra episodes from here. So we're actually going to keep this. But what else do we have we could potentially get rid of? We have tokens. We could hand in a token quick and get a weapon or something. So let's do that. All right. So we're going to get a free weapon, and then we're going to go pick up either Skyburners or the armor piece. Probably the armor piece, because I want to start whittling down that loot pool. This is about the Exodus mission, which we won't cover just yet. We're going to leave that alone. Boom, we got a helmet. And it's terrible, but a higher power level. But that means we can get rid of this one. Okay. Alright. So now we're going to go see Xur. It's other quest. Let's just see what this is first.
Let's get you back out there.
Oh, cool. So this here, actually, this is a good little segue. We're going to talk about this really quickly. I picked up a quest from Zavala for doing the ordeal on Adept. I got a bunch of finishers, I think, during it and then completing it. So it's going to give me a finisher mod, which is fantastic. We need mods. So that's good. I think we have enough for a hand in yet. Minor spec. Very good mod. We might have to come back for this.
Stay sharp.
Try and get a couple things done here. Oh, it wants us to put on the finisher mod, which I don't really want to. So yeah, this allows us to, by using some of our super energy, doing a finisher, it gives us special ammo back. It's a fantastic mod, and we use it in our Grandmaster builds and our 1080 Nightmare Hunt builds, or sorry, Nightmare Hunt and also Ordeal builds. So this is a great mod. It's just I don't really want to use it right now, so we're gonna take that off. Okay. Back on point. Xur. We're going back to Xur. This episode is going to be a bit short today, just because all I really wanted to touch on was Xur for those people that are moving further ahead of the series, and they want to know what's going on. I'm sure everybody has heard of Xur at some point, so just make sure you are going and seeing him every week. Pick up that exotic engram, but pick up the other exotics first. If you don't have this chess piece, pick this up first before buying this one, because then that limits your loot pool. Remember, it makes it smaller for your character. Man, I would love to pick that up today, but it's just not in the cards. There we go. Vesper, we'll put that on. So with exotics, if you're not familiar with them, you can only have one exotic weapon and one exotic armor piece on at a time. You can't equip multiples. You can only have one of each on at a time. So just a note on exotics there. And man, is this chess piece absolutely hideous. And we don't have a lot of cool shaders, but we're gonna do one more thing here before we go. Eververse, the naughty word of destiny. The naughty word of destiny. 2 places you can go see Eververse, which is Tess Eververse. What is Tess Eververse? Everest, or whatever the hell her name is. We just call her Tess. Or Eververse, I guess. Whatever you want to call her. The money grubbing. So, every week, you can come and see her here. So you can hit E to get into there. Or anywhere you are in orbit or whatever, you can just tab over to the store from your inventory. She offers a few different things. You can buy stuff with real money. You can use Bright Dust, which is the in-game currency you can get by completing some of the bounties. From this, you can get ghosts, you can get weapon skins, and shaders. So let's take a peek at this one. Boom. Well, doesn't that look 100 times better? And shaders are nice and cheap. So I'm going to pick this up. And they have it for everything. So you can go down through all the seasonal models. There's also a Bright Dust section. So you can see here, look at all these different shaders we can pick up for Bright Dust. Different ornaments, all those things. So let's see what we've got here. That's a pretty solid pink, but I don't mind. I don't care about the green. Reef Made, definitely one of my favorite shaders. And Neopop. Neopop is absolutely amazing. So we're picking that up.
Don't get too distracted by the new setup, Guardian.
All right. So now we've got some shaders. We can make ourselves look absolutely fantastic. With shaders, I think we touched on them a little bit, but shaders you can apply individually. So if you can put one piece on here and then do a different piece for your helmet or your gauntlets or whatever looks better. So you don't have to do the entire set on one thing. So we're going to do that. Once you've purchased a shader, all right, they're going to be in your collections. You don't have to go back and buy them from vendors. In fact, you're locked out of doing that. So in here, we're going to click on Flare, go into our seasons, and then we can look at all the different shaders. Now, you can also preview these shaders. So for an example, if I wanted to look at what atmospheric glow looks like, you can just right click or on your controllers, take a peek. You can see what that shader would look like even though you don't have it. So it might give you an idea of going and getting it. Like for an example, the Crucible shader from this season is absolutely amazing. It's got a nice red and black look to it. This is a must shader, so you can always go preview, see which ones look good. Definitely some different looks you can achieve with all the different shaders, so. Go in here, check off all of our mods. We got an exotic armor piece. So yeah, here's the list of all the exotics. So you go into your exotic section, you can see as you go through how many different exotics there are to require. So why having someone like Xur is quite beneficial for you, and that does not include weapons. You can go through multiple pages of exotic weapons here, so. For your inventory, if you're done with your shaders, say you don't want them, you can delete them. This is going to give you more shards or glimmer. So we're going to delete that. We're going to keep the bioloom around though. So we're back up to 10. We just spent 27. So we're already almost back up to where we were before we finish that one up. But all right. So that's going to do it for this episode. I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. Just talk about Eververse, getting some shaders to kind of improve on your look. I mean, Warlock's already looking much fancier after putting that shader on. I must say, in the dark light of the Traveler, we're looking pretty good. There we go. Fantastic. So, picking up those shaders, also going and making sure you see Xur, use sites, and we're going to give a shout out to Where is Xur. Type that into any search engine, you're going to find it. It'll tell you where he is, what he's got. In addition to that, Destiny Item Manager. What we'll do is we'll go into that quickly here. Destiny Item Manager, we talked about this once before, and we're going to go into an advanced version of it a little bit later. But if you go into vendors, on the time Xur is here, he shows up at the top of the screen here with the items. You can also pre-look at the rolls to see if it's worthwhile for you to go pick up. If you're new to the game, go and pick it up even if it's a bad roll. It's going to decrease the size of your loot pool from the Xur exotic engram, that big one. And you get to have the exotic to try it out. Might not be the best one, the best roll you could get, but it's a good starting point. So keep that in mind. Check this out every week. Go and see Xur. I wish we could say where he was, but I think it always just says orbit for some reason. But regardless, that is our episode for today. If you guys enjoyed the content, please smash the living shit out of the like button and subscribe for future content. You guys can also come watch live on Twitch on twitch.tv/reckonerdex. Haven't been streaming as much right now just because we are getting, you know, kind of overrun at home with having the kids home full time because of summer. But, you know, we make do with what we can. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. In the meantime, catch you in the next one.